Hello. In this video, what I wanted to talk about is the importance of being able to name your characters, or any characters, with names of your choice. So it's a pretty standard kind of ability in video games, just to name a character or a group of characters, and yet this is something quite unique to interactive narratives, because it's not like you can name a character in a book or in a movie. Those characters tend to be fairly set in their ways. So being able to name a character is actually a really significant thing in interactive narratives, and what I want to demonstrate is that a really simple game like Oregon Trail, which I'm playing now, can actually become quite narratively not really complex, but certainly interesting, depending on the names that you choose for your characters. So Oregon Trail is a kind of zombie remake of this is Organ Trail, and it's a zombie remake of Oregon Trail, which was a classic game made in the 1980s where you sort of go west, so pilgrimage kind of jam. This game has you surviving a zombie apocalypse, and at the moment we've got myself, Fraser, he's the leader of the group. We've got Kanye West, The Rock, Beyonce, and Mopey Ted. So these are the characters that I've named, and hopefully what we'll see happening is that we get not only the development of characters just through the kind of random events that happen, purely by the names that I've given them. So we get character arcs and character experiences just because I've given them names, basically, which will then lead to emergent narratives, so narrative events and stories that aren't pre-programmed into the game but just come about through random accidents or random events, and also actually just character development. So we've started at the very beginning of our journey, and already we have conflict, basically, or kind of tragic event that will set in motion a whole lot of other choices that I'll have to make. The Rock has a broken leg, and this is where choice comes into this, and moral choice, because at some point throughout this game I might have to choose whether these characters live or die, and whether how I make those choices might depend on what I've named these sort of blank slates, because there's nothing to the characters except for the names, basically. But The Rock, I feel sorry for him. He's got a broken leg, and I don't think I want The Rock to die. But unfortunately, I didn't start my journey off with any med packs, so he's just going to he'll have to hang tough, and I'll see how he goes. We don't get to rest because we've just started. Let's see how we go. Beyonce talks about a time before all of this started. Everyone is a bit sad. Good one, Beyonce. Let's see how we go. The Rock's still looking pretty bad, but I think we've made it to our first town. Nope, heavy ash covers my windshield. Okay, we've made it to Pittsburgh, and just for the sake of this video we're going to leave and not actually do anything there, but usually you take your time to trade and to buy the goods that you need with the limited money that you have. So now we've got this challenge where we've got a ravenous horde of zombies. Should I wait? Should I attempt to sneak through? I'll go for a stupid option and just see what happens. I'll attempt to sneak through. This is almost guaranteed to fail, but hopefully it'll force me to make a horrible decision about my characters. Okay, so it's overrun. The Rock was dragged from the station wagon and eaten alive. So The Rock had a broken leg. I think it was a broken leg. And now he's just been dragged away, and he's dead. So, sorry, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you're gone. You've been devoured by zombies. So now I'm left with Kanye West, Beyonce, and Mopey Ted. Okay, now I need to trade for a tire, because I was rather stupid and no one's here. Okay, I need to trade. Stranger's willing to trade one of their tires for two of my medkits. Leash. That's a pretty bad deal, but let's go. So my station wagon's getting pretty beat up. So all of these all of these moments are kind of emergent in a sense, and that they're kind of randomized. But really all I've done is name my characters, and that alone actually adds a bit of flavour to this game. Oh my, another tyre is gone, so I need to stop. I need to trade. I have no more food. Okay. Let's go. So I've run out of food. I'm still doing pretty good as the team leader. Station wagon is beat up. Okay, and again, when you're playing the game properly, you tend to hang around and make sure you get what you need, but we're just going to rock it. Go on a bit of a crazy mission to glory. Oh my, this is looking really bad. Kanye West, Beyonce and Mopey Ted. Oh, bloody Kanye West was holding the map upside down. Tell you what, that's just enough for me to do this. Kanye, I'm sorry, we don't have any food, and you just wasted us a whole lot of time. That's a tough choice, but I had to make it. So this is the importance of naming characters, and there are lots of games that let you do this. But it's something to consider, I guess, when you're thinking of creating your own interactive narrative. Do you set out to create a strong character that's already got a name, or do you let the player create their own name or give their own character their own name? Because in doing that, the player starts to imbue the game and their characters with all of their own kinds of meanings, which can then lead to or encourage emergent experiences, or even help to immerse the player in the story that they themselves are beginning to create. So I myself am quite tied to Mopey Ted. I think he's someone that I want to survive, so hopefully Mopey Ted will make it for the next 5 minutes. We'll see how we go. So I've lost Kanye West and The Rock. It's pretty tragic. Beyonce has become incapacitated. Mopey Ted is incapacitated. This isn't looking very good. Desperately need food. Now I've got exhaustion. It's getting very, very desperate for us. Oh no. Oh. Damn it. There we go. Just when I thought we might actually make it to this next little village where I might be able to buy some food or do whatever I need to do, Mopey Ted has died. Truly tragic. So this is just a really small example from a very simple game, and yet I'm not really kidding when I said I got a little bit emotional when I found out that Mopey Ted has died. And what happens is when the whole party dies, you leave behind a gravestone, which you then encounter the next time you play through the game. So the deaths actually have this permanent resonance within the stories that you create. And that's really all I wanted to say, is that just naming a character, being able to name the character anything that you choose, is a really important way that players get to interact with the interactive narrative. So just keep that in mind.